Final matchup, it is happening. Lion Esports Club taking on Team USA. This is game number 1 here in this best of 3. The other series, IG versus Too Much Sugar, being casted over on Coldcast, of course. Let's see how things go over there. So, moving things along here. As far as this game is concerned, Lion Esports Club, man, they're looking strong. Obviously coming off finishing first place in their group stage. No thanks to me. Actually, a lot of thanks to me. Anyways, moving along here, Parasitophilia coming out here for Lions, Lodestone Rally for Team USA as far as the blind bands. You got Keeper of the Forest, Tempest, Valkyrie, Torturer, Master of Arms, and Red Locks. Wild Soul Scout, Fade, Deadwood, Warbeast, and Pebbles are going to be the bands. How about that? Valkyrie locked up here as far as one of the locks go. Once again, I know Team USA, actually, I believe they're the ones to do this yesterday. And again, this Valkyrie was part of their fun lineup that we never got to really see because of the situation. But I wonder if maybe Valkyrie is more of a, we actually want to try her now, more serious here. But
gotta make sure you have a right chance to pick her, though, and a strong lock bull can be pretty difficult. It's here that I know Trolf loves, if not one of his favorite heroes.
Yeah.
Always a go-to for him in the past. Now, of course, the competitive scene has shifted, and it's Valkyrie was sort of edged out of it. And you've seen teams experimenting a lot lately, though, bringing back even heroes like Silhouette, which people were considering trashed here. I'd be interested to talk to some of those captains and see why they feel like she's worth their salt right now, and if it's the case. But either way, gonna go with that very versatile bubble spec. Not versatile in the sense that he can fill in multiple roles, but in the fact that you can pretty much place him in any lane and know you're going to be having a good time in a good mid-game lineup.
Yeah. Bubbles Glacius the follow-up. On top of that Engineer, first pick, of course. So, going to go back now to Lion Esports Club on their side and see how they respond here. You know, Devourer, a hero that Super KGE knows how to play, plays it very well. Something like a Monkey King also become more of a popular hero just in general, but Super KG definitely one of those great Monkey King players.
Yeah, and Lions, they definitely do make great use of him. They're actually I remember back even, I think it was during the Sound Blaster we saw them pick a lot with the Soul Reaper Monkey lineups and such.
Yeah.
They were going for those mid-game carry types, and Super KGE. Actually, Lions in general are responsible for a lot of more innovative lineups that we saw there. For a while, it was just so much fun to pick Lions because we didn't know what they would be busting out. Similar to how VDT was running Crazy Hero after Crazy Hero. Remember we saw a bunch of series near the end of HoN Tour where Lions was very much having a similar fashion.
Yeah. I definitely wouldn't be surprised to see that Devour. I mean, the more I actually didn't even think about it, but the Engineer, the first pick, I mean, they've made a point they've made that work.
Sure.
So, I personally am leaning more towards that just because it's fun to see in general, but
Magmus.
it's going to be Magmus pick up here. We'll see what the final one is for Lions. Gonna go down to about 10 seconds still on extra time here. There it is. They do pick up the Devourer in the end. So we do. Oh, and look at that quick response. Nighthound coming out here for Team USA. So finally,
they've been shadowing it for a while, and I know they definitely considered the hero to be incredibly strong. Of course, that lineup right there. They are picking up the Valkyrie. So going for some huge entertainment. I can't. Wow. Here, my guess is, who's going to play the? Is going to be Zai playing the Valk? Actually, it might be Zai playing that Valk.
Yeah, Suicide Valk. I mean, or actually, they do got Keeper, but.
So now one way to look at it,
okay.
Breaky, they have that Nighthound, so naturally anti-invis is going to come with the territory. Maybe he kind of nerfs that Valk ult a little bit when they're going to be bringing anti-invis to the table anyway for this Nighthound, but still.
That's powerful. That on top of Keeper even, too. I mean, there's just everything. They have 3 ways. I mean, 3 heroes that bring some sort of invis to the team, of course, so.
Yeah, when you take a quick look at the lineups, you get the Legion side, and you're like, holy crap, that's scary.
Yeah.
Like, there's a bunch of monsters on that side, really. Meanwhile, Hellborn team, they're like, okay, they have some good heroes and then some heroes that we're not really too sure where to rank. The Valkyrie definitely having tapering off, but able to put out some strong magic damage herself earlier on, and, well, with the right items can sail. We'll see if she chooses to get active and create some gank opportunities. We'll have to keep an eye otherwise. Nighthound, he's the hero I'm really going to be focusing on. Especially combined with Keeper of the Forest, it's a lot of lockdown, the route into the smoke bomb, opening up a lot of room for Nighthound to take over these fights.
Yeah, Trelf definitely has to be happy. He's been right-clicking this hero over the last couple of days that we've seen, and sure enough, finally picked up here by his captain B-Kid for him to play. And it's in Game 1 of the semifinals against Lion Esports Club. So, you know, what definitely an interesting time to do it. But Definitely confident they can make it work, especially that on top of the Valkyrie being played by Zion. You know, I've always brought up, speaking of Valkyrie, oh, actually, hold on, thought, though. We could have a pretty big encounter here to start things off. Nighthound going to the front lines. Oh, no, he's in trouble. He ain't stealthing just yet. Arrow's going to come out and will hit Devour, actually. 3-second arrow, but there's a kick on the Nighthound. Nighthound is going to probably fall. Yes, no, the Hot's totally missing. He's somehow still alive. Finally, we'll go down to Flensmeister. Devour, no hook, no rot even, just not even leveling up anything there. And actually, the rest will get away, so Troff got a little too excited about seeing what was going on.
Yeah, we said it before, too. I mean, look at the Legion lineup. That just says it's scary early game written all over. Not as much for the Hellborn team. Otherwise, we go back to the Keeper of the Forest situation there, and you compare the Keeper to the Tempest, and one's an active jungler, one's a passive one, and we've seen Complexity sort of get around this by running more of a solo mid in its place, and here they'll have the bubbles, B-Kid actually rocking that out and running the safe dual lane where they're less vulnerable to an aggressive jungler in a case like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, you see what happened right there. Obviously, a big start here for the Legion team, and how about this too? Engineer Devour, yeah, going to the top lane, so it's going to be fun to see how that interacts there. With the Nighthound Glacius at the top. It's going to set up for a Magnus Bubbles versus middle. And Master of Arms, he's going to be going 1v1 against this Valkyrie here. And you know, something I was going to bring up about Valkyrie, and I know I've definitely said in the past, we've talked about how she just completely disappeared. She's never picked up anymore. You know, kind of wondering why a little bit of... seems like she'd be a hero that has a pretty strong suicide laning presence. With that getaway, with a strong getaway and decent last hitting ability and whatnot. I mean... But for whatever reason, not picked up as a choice there, ever.
Is this more of, compared to Wretched Hag and why people were favoring her as long as in that suicide role too, is, well, the Blink being a lower cooldown, able to choose exactly where you want to go with something like that, even if you want to hide in the trees, compared to a Leap where it's a long cooldown. If you leave it in the trees, you're going to be pretty much scouted, routed, and killed. And besides that, when it comes to rotating for ganks, and especially as you hit level 6, that huge burst presence and the teamfight presence of something like a... Chat coming to play, but doesn't mean that a Valkyrie cannot work out.
Yeah, she's definitely a hero that can be, you know, just an initiator, be more of a utility. She could also be built into a carry presence. So we'll see where Zayad's able to take her this game, but obviously being in the suicide role. We'll need to be careful about Tempest especially coming over for some ganks. Assisting with Master of Arms, but back to the top lane. See Devour attempting a hook right there, not able to connect though. Ralph's good for now. Playing the Nighthound. He's going to need to continue to play very, very safe because this is a dangerous combination here. And again, they know what they're doing with this combo, especially when it's level 6 Engineer. We've seen many times with the energy field and Devour with the hooks and causing issues for the opposition. So definitely keep an eye as far as how that creep farm continues to build up at the top lane. But for now, it seems like Troff 8-1. He's managing pretty well and actually purchasing the Iron Shield right there.
Yeah, definitely known for loving that item as well, and going to be picking up here on Nighthound. A lot of damage mitigation coming out there, at least in terms of physical presence as well. Nighthound having the highest base armor in the game.
Yeah.
And as you guys probably know, if you've been watching the HoNcast trivia, or if you ever have played HoN a little bit before too, you know Nighthound has that ridiculous base armor. Meanwhile, Bubble's actually applying a lot of pressure to this Magnus here in the mid. He does have his bottle. Both sides do, but how's the creep farm scale up? We see how he's sort of forceful there. It's actually pretty damn equal right now. A little bit in favor of Jonas and Ben there on the Magnus.
Yeah, using that volcanic touch, assisting with some blast hitting, I'm sure. Taking some extra harassment there, but he's going to stun away as he continues to be, as the levels start adding up, it seems like Bubbles is taking more and more of advantage of keeping the pressure on here, so.
Yeah, actually forcing him to go heal as well. Quite a while away before that 4-minute mark, looking to pick up the runes, and gonna give Bubbles a moment of uncontested free farm.
B-Kid will take that. So he just purchases his boots right there. In the meantime, those Steam boots already finished on Master of Arms. So clearly, Flensmeister has had a great game to start off here. 18-4 farm against your 11-3 Valkyrie. So Zai still standing his ground, but again, obviously being won here by Master of Arms. Devour continuing to try to go in this little hole here and try to get a hook set up, but Tralf's doing just a great job of positioning himself, not giving Devour an easy opportunity. I see plenty of experience and doesn't cry about facing a Devour like I do.
He's got more tools to deal with it than a lonely little
That's true.
complete lack of farm glaciers.
Nighthound does go backstab here. Keg's not going to hit, but not really going to be any follow-up.
How's Valk doing here on this bottom lane? 200 GPM facing against Master of Arms, played by Funzmeister, sitting at 382 with that hero kill. He actually got the bloodless kill. Or didn't he get the bloodless kill onto...
I believe
he did.
so,
He did
yeah.
get the blood. Yep. Onto the Nighthound, so...
Okay, I actually honestly almost forgot about that.
Yeah, it gave him that early advantage in this
Wondering how
matchup bottom
Stevens-
lane, you got to remember, too,
Yeah.
so... Not necessarily the most accurate assessment of the laning phase here between the two heroes.
Oh, Glacius gets hooked in right there. The smoke cloud comes out, though. Engineers initiated on first, and now Glacius trying to survive. Here it comes, give it the force zone. Root's going to be used. It's still in range of the Rot, though. Nice Kex out. We'll get the kill on Glacius first. Down goes Engineer, but now Nighthound, he's being ran back. Devour, though, realizing he needs to turn around here, and he's going to start running away, cutting through the trees. Nighthound chasing with Keeper, but Super KG will be fine in the end. Master, in the meantime, exchanging blows with Valkyrie at the bottom lane, but ends up being a 1-for-1 there, though.
Yeah, not able to convert that into his second kill. Beautiful keg placement. Just let the Devo a little more time.
Speaking of Devour, he's obviously using his Rift Devour skin. This thing is trippy, man.
It's like limited though. It's not part of the actual Rift and Hunter set, right? It's kind of like thrown
I
out
think it's
there.
just its own limited, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Romiat coming out from Zai. We've seen him when he's going up against harder matchups. He'll actually leave that lane, but only in a 1v1 here, just soaking up experience as much as he can.
Master of Arms, though, especially with that bloodless kill start, he's coming along nicely up to Energizer himself, just like Valkyrie. It's going to be worked on here. Devour actually finishing off Steam Boots off to the side. So those are his boots of choice here, as far as he's concerned.
Super KG has to be the only consistent Devo picker in competitive play.
Oh, yeah.
I believe that's actually the case. This point might be able to, that hesitation of warming that crowd #1 Devo in New Earth. Definitely reps the hero proudly.
Yeah, the only other player I get, Misery is definitely known for Devour, but
Right,
obviously
but he's
he
not
doesn't
as much
really
in our
play on the
competitive
competitive
circuit,
scene,
yeah. He's here and there,
much.
but in terms of making a top-class team, not... There's other people who love Dio as well, but just Super KGE, even in really, really tough matches, will be breaking it out and
like this
making
one.
it work.
Yeah. Nighthound just leeching experience here.
I love seeing... Yeah, he is. And now that he's level 6, that's
possible.
gets pretty annoying. You never know when he's really missing from lane is the devastating part. He can set up ganks a lot like a scout can.
Yeah.
And the snowball factor, especially when you get that level 4 lead, that's what he's waiting for. Huge burst damage as it applies the auto attack on top of the backstab, but also just a low cooldown so you can keep going from target to target. So I love when I see unique hero picks like that someone just picks up. They're actually able to make it work because I feel like it's such a great expression of a player too. You know, when someone's able to make it hero. Oh, there goes the Magnus though. Smoke bomb. There's the kelp field, but
Gonna be fine.
yeah, not finding the damage. So I'm going to pick up some farm for a little bit. Got one, and then see where he goes from here. Definitely not what he was looking for.
Bottom tower is dropping very low, actually. It is going to fall in the end. You see Valkyrie is nearby, but realizing she's getting boxed out there. Not going to risk anything further. She falls. Secondary tower is going to continue to be pressured by Lion Esports Club here. I don't think they're going to be able to do nearly enough in the end. I mean, that just goes back to what you were just talking about, how the roam potential definitely there for Nighthound. Trying to set up in the middle lane, but Magnus able to escape, of course. Water Rev is down now, so Nighthound, the invis, not nearly as powerful, of course, here in this laning phase. You know, a big difference, too, with Nighthound compared to Scout in this situation is Scout with that electric eye of his. He can actually both see and, eventually counter-ward Rev wards like this in this case.
Yeah, for sure.
Nighthound not the same ability.
Also this guaranteed snipe to aid. That window, yeah, look at that, trying to actually hook him back.
Blind hook.
Blind hook into the Rev ward and bite him out, so really being aggressive here. Checking his mana pool. Do it a couple more times. Does have those intelligent steam boots he's using.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, he's actually saving up a lot of gold here, too, 1,500, so I just, straight portal key? Is that what we should expect to see for Devour, or maybe just
Devour, I
bulking
think
up?
more for the Shamans if he's to build something straight or help. really just go for those bulky early game items. And right here he's going to the side chop, going to finish the shamans. Yeah, there you go.
So just got the goal for that. Back to the middle, and another kill for going to be Zarud. On top of that, it's still not going to be enough for the kill, though. And here's a counter kill attempt for Jonathan Fan. He is going to activate the eruption a little bit late, honestly, but it is still going to be enough right there. The kicks are the great follow-up for the Legion team. Man, Jonathan Fan's a bane here for Team USA, apparently. They've tried twice now with kelp field setups to kill him. And this time it ends up in a turnaround kill.
Obviously getting very frustrated by it. They're like, well, what do I gank? I want to go make something happen, but we just can't do anything here. And the bottom lane, the Master of Arms, he seems like he could be a viable target, but the Valkyrie doesn't exactly have a direct stun.
Yeah.
Trying to work with her to set something up is going to be a lot more difficult. You're mine.
That was a little awkward position. I mean, the creeper was there. I kind of wonder what Super KG was honestly thinking.
Casey walked down for it. I mean, he's just
yeah,
going
I guess.
for it. So harm in him trying.
Hey, no, of course.
Yeah,
yeah,
of
right.
course. And looking for potential missteps or jukes happening, and eventually walking into the hook. Not going to find it. Better see an attempt, though, than nothing.
Yeah,
It's one of those things where you really have to get into the mind to empathize with your opponent, see what they're thinking and planning next when you're playing a Devourer, because it's a lot more than that, because it's not always a skill for the hook. A lot of times you just have to have the right prediction.
Yeah.
And it can be a guessing game, sort of like a advanced rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, especially at this level, you know, where they definitely are quite effective at being able to sidestep those hooks. Meanwhile, Nighthound's going to be completely collapsed on. He says, dodge this, bitch, and gets the Devourer on him and takes him out. I don't know if he said it that aggressively.
Like, man, I'm getting good at dodging these Diva hooks. I have nothing to worry. Oh, my God.
The whole team's here. 4 top, guys. Whole team on me. All right, free tower kill on top of that. So, yeah, good collapse with that said. On a serious note, is well played right there by Lions. And they get the tower kill on top of it. Master of Arms, in the meantime, he's just doing his own thing at the bottom lane. He's got an Energizer finish with Steam Boots. Overall, Lion Esports Club, 5,900 gold lead. Holy crap. Okay, slow down a little bit right there with their own tower kill. But this gold lead pretty immense early on.
We mentioned they had that early scary potential. It's going to take a while for the Hellborn team to get going. And I don't even know if they have a really lineup that I'm looking at where it's like exactly going to get going. I like the idea of Nighthound. I'm just not feeling its presence in a lineup like this. I'd like to see us running a lineup that can create a lot more of a, crushing gank attempts and just keep active.
Oh, a big energy field chance right here. The smoke cloud comes out. Can he get it off? Yes, he can. There's the field. The hook misses, but Nighthound kind of trapped in here. He's forced to run through it. The Devourer's going to be used on him in the meantime. Will he get any follow-up? He is in Viz now. The rod is out. Not going to be enough. Tempest, he's trying to find an ultimate chance himself. Chase is still happening. Valkyrie joining the fight out of mana, though. Tempest going to be dropping right here. The smoke cloud comes out, and he will fall. So Lion Esports Club in retreat mode now. Magnus, a nice line stun, hitting 3 heroes. Devour with the hook, actually. I don't know if that's going to help him, though. And actually, Super KG in some trouble. He does have a TP. Going to use it right there. Will they lock him down?
Yeah.
No, they do not.
No.
They had nothing. So he gets
Gracious. Had 2 Mana Battery charges. The Mana Battery might have been on cooldown, though. I expect it was. Or the Ice Imprisonment might have been on cooldown for a tiny bit, too. I didn't quite get to see. But either way, really close escape there by Devourer.
Yeah.
Early farm coming into play.
Well, Team USA, actually, a lot of momentum built back.
Huge comeback. Huge comeback. Elemental Void was not used throughout that fight. Keeper Root was, but they'll probably just take this time to catch up a little bit and farm. Nighthound, he just needs a little bit before he gets going.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that agility starts scaling like crazy on him. So, in fact, with the set of Energizer could be a popular pickup for him. He does have a Pretender's Crown, so wonder if that is going to turn into one or not. Oh, the Courier nearly getting killed by Magnus, actually. He happens to run into it. Only needs those 2 attacks, of course, but not able to finish. Oh, can he get it here? No! Doing a good job of microing. He's going to stun through. Jonas fan really wants that Courier, but whoever's controlling that, well played. Going to save it, and he actually TPs away there. There's a Soul Scream Ring purchase, so it looks like Trouf is going to be going for that Energizer for his Nighthound play here. And again, the agility stacking up very nicely for him. Speaking of that, already an Energizer on Valkyrie, too, so they'll have a couple to use here once he finishes his.
Yeah, definitely can have a lot of chase potential. And Tempest has to be careful. The hunt is on.
Oh, no.
They don't have anything to detect it. Valkyrie's coming on out. Are they going to be able to set this up?
Nice smoke cloud, the arrow. He's seen by the elemental, so he knows he can't get a arrow off. Predictable. That's not predictable.
Didn't really want to try for it in case there was a response. I mean, he could have potentially started attacking on the backstab, but he does have the Plague Greaves on top of the Astrolabe. Definitely not comfortable on approaching that, and definitely want to wait for the Energizer as well. Level 11 Steam Boots Energizer. He's coming out for Nighthound. And not that he's near level 11 right now, but when he has that, that's really when just, even without any additional items, he hits like a truck.
Yeah, he hits right very hard. Oh, here come the TPs at the bottom lane. They want to defend this. Tempest coming in with the flank. He does have an element of void. Once again, he's going to look to use it right here. He goes on. There's the element of void, locking down Nighthound. The Dutchman's Kelfield's going to come out. He pounces to his teammate. Traum's going to be alive for now. Nice stuns coming out as well. And Nighthound's going to survive. Another Dust is going to be used. There's the hook. And down he goes. The roof finally comes out, but a big energy field in the process. Nice Magnus right on top. Valkyrie and Glacius in a lot of trouble in the meantime. Valkyrie will fall. Glacius trying to get away, keeping the force down, hiding in circles. So far, Engineer's dead, but that is it here for the Legion team. Devour's looking for another chance. He does not have his hook up, and Keeper of the Force will stay invis. It looks like Glacius was eventually picked off. Man, they used a lot to really kill that Nighthound there, and it did kill him in the end.
You know what was the bane of his existence in the end? The dust changes. And it wasn't the fact that, dust reveals invis, but it's that clear vision on contact that like, night vision's invis, he's hiding in the corner, he's like, well, I'm dusted, which, yeah, unfortunately they do get clear vision for, what is it, 3 seconds when you actually activate it?
So, yeah.
And effective tool, even when you're not fighting against invis heroes sometimes when they're trying to juke around, that can be the difference between getting a gank and not. Very well played, and they're keeping the momentum going. Game still far from closed out, but Lion's making a statement that they're not going to attempt to give the Hellborn team any room to farm.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely a crazy fight right there, but in the end, Lions Esports up again, coming out on top. They push the bottom tower. Now look at this, Team USA. They're trying to maybe capitalize here off the Ancients. Arrow's going to come out. Yo, it goes right through the uprights there. Knight going to win, and there's the hook at Tampa. Glacius going to sidestep. Tempest now, he's going to be gone on though. He doesn't have an element of void. He puts down the meteor. Nighthound going to be devoured there. Magnus, a big line stun with the eruption. Down goes Valkyrie. Nighthound, Glacius. Bubble's the only one alive. He's going to shell surf away, but wow. Jonas and Fan has continued to have a hell of a game here in game number 1.
Yeah, they're focusing a lot of effort to take out that dirty little rat Nighthound. Not trying to brag there, but this game is getting to be a little bit of a slaughter fest. It's going to be really hard to recover at this point. You don't see the heroes, you don't see the composition for it. They have the kind of lineup where you kind of need to be ahead and then sort of keep that advantage to make it thrive.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing the interaction between the Valkyrie Nighthound, I guess, so to speak, and how they plan to make that happen.
A lot of TPs here. Energy field going to go down. They get the tower kit, and look at that. Every single TP is canceled. 3 TPs, I believe, was used, and they all got canceled.
On top of getting the tower kill, and this is even more gold in their favor. That's the portal key, though, for B-Kid.
Yeah.
So
it's big. Sets up some nice kelp fields here with the level 2 of it with that set even. But yeah, that was a big fight at those Ancients from Lion Esports Club. How about dodging the arrow off the bat too? That just split the uprights there between Livius Devour and Master of Arms, if I'm not mistaken. But crazy start to that fight. Top lane, nope. Master of Arms going to run away before too much happens. He's getting closer to that shrunken head here. So building along nicely. And then you got Devour. Well, he just feels like saving up 3,700 gold here. I guess the Shrunken Head is going to be coming out for him.
For Dio?
Yeah.
Very possible. Going to help him a lot against this Nighthound cloud, too.
True, yeah. That's actually a good point. Being able to channel that ultimate of his a lot more freely. Gonna have some team effort here, doing these Ancients. Valkyrie, it is.
Oh,
okay.
Nice hit, but are they going to be able to actually
Damage
make it happen? It's only a Valkyrie. The damage won't be enough.
Nope. Good arrow.
It only means so much.
Yep.
Additional support. Porky, though. And Nighthound's actually going to waste time looking for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's also another thing about Nighthound compared to Scout, especially in the roles that they play for their games. Scout's obviously been played in that suicide role, and you know, they usually have another carry to focus farm on instead of him. Where this case, Nighthound is the focus carry.
And you're saying Scout can kind of do that Nighthound thing.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Scout can kind of do the Nighthound thing, but without really losing too much because he is placed more in that suicide role. And he's also excellent at farming neutral camps even as he moves around thanks to that disarm.
Yeah, so as great as this invisibility tools for setting up ganks as he's attempted to right there, as you just saw, I mean, he used a lot of time running all the way down to the bottom lane, and I'm sure he ended up getting a little bit of creep farm out of it, but he spent a lot of time just doing that where he could have been in his own jungle, his own lanes himself that were pushed up, say this mid lane here. You know, definitely losing out on some valuable time. You see he's only farming 257 gold per minute. That's just part of several reasons why. He's obviously struggling quite a bit. Keeping the force in the meantime. Dust comes out. But he gets hooked by his own team right there. I don't know if that was on purpose or not. Maybe it was to simply save him as the ports were coming in. Valkyrie Prism going to be used. There is a Rev Ward down, though, so it probably won't matter. Kelfield going to hold him in place there. It's a root on top of that, so they're going for a fight right here. Tempest does have an ultimate to use. Can he get it off? The smoke cloud comes out. And quickly turn around. Another Dust is going to be there. Dust all over the place. There's a Devour on the Nighthound. The arrow, though, is going to stop it. And Tempest running straight for Valkyrie. Again, has the ultimate. Not going to use it just yet, though. Engineer being chased down. Nice hook from Devour right there. Pulling them off of him. Nighthound can't pounce just yet. There's the pounce. He wants his kill. But at what cost right there? He will fall to the floor, colliding. Stun from Magnus to finish off Bubbles right there. Keeper the Force. He's going to be pulled in by the Elemental Void. And he will be finished off in the process. Lion Esports Club is just keeping this momentum up, man.
They're not looking about time for them to enter game. They're actually not even done yet. The Valkyrie going to be hunted down. Magnus on the chase. Might actually get the kill. Zai manning up and does drop him in the end, ending his legendary streak. 446 gold, but they are going to concede. That's enough for that. They're ready to go to game 2.
Wow.
They think they can do better, and well, you take a first loss. That fire still burns. I know they feel like they should be able to put more of a fight than that.
Yeah, 20-minute game, and it definitely is. You're just putting it not expected. Not expected there, I'm sure. But in the end, Lion Esports Club, again, we've been stressing about this Lions team. You could argue very well that they are the #1 team in HoN right now.
Just because their
consistency, how they're playing. Yeah, it would be hard to even argue against. So, again, that is just game 1, though, here in this best out of 3. Definitely coming out strong there. They got the NG Devour combination. Yes, Team USA, they tried some curveballs. They tried the Nighthound. They tried the Valkyrie.
Sure.
And
well,
didn't pay off.
They had fun. So, now it's time to get down to business. Let's see what they have in game 2.
Yeah, so we'll have to definitely wait and see what they have in store for us for that second game. So, once again, we are going to be taking a short break right here, but we should have game number 2 coming at you of the next series here shortly. As far as the other series, by the way, without Too Much Sugar.
Sure.
It looks like it's about 22 minutes in. Let me actually just monitor it here real quickly. Okay,
sure.
It's about 23 minutes in, it looks like. Looks like a pretty close game, actually, back and forth. It seems like IG versus Too Much Sugar is the matchup that I'm talking about, of course. Internet Gangsters, they do have a farmed up Master of Arms.